everyone. Welcome back to another daily review here. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a wonderful Easter if you guys celebrated. My apologies in advance. My voice is a little iffy right now. I am a little under the weather. So if you hear me coughing throughout the video, my apologies. So today's Monday, April 10th, 2023. Uh, I lost about 152 dollars for the day. I took two trades on Tesla puts. Today, Tesla came out with some news regarding an announcement about opening a new mega factory in Shanghai. And I believe on Thursday or so, they also announced that they're going to be cutting prices on their vehicles again. So there was some news hype here, and during the pre-market, we saw some pretty like strong downside movement. And so, yeah, if we take a look at the daily here, clear this up. So for Tesla, let's first look at the weekly. So we have some resistance here around the 176-ish price range. I could actually extend it from like here to here because it touched here as well before previously. And we have this short-term downtrend, and last week couldn't really break above the close of the following week here. So, from a weekly standpoint, you know, I thought it would continue downwards. I had some bias. If we look at the daily here as well, we see that it dipped below here a couple of my EMAs. I think the yellow one is my 50 EMA and my orange one is the 100 EMA. And it also is also below the 200 EMA. So all these like indicators are telling me that is might be continue going downwards. However, during the trade, and you'll see, I totally honestly forgot to consider this 176 support excuse me, support line here. So let's get into the exact details here. So I have a screenshot of my trades I took today. We have the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, and the hourly. So um, on the first trade here, I we first noticed a nice downside push all the way down to 176. I have my pre-market levels here around like the 185, 186, and 179 just below 180. And so looking at the 5 minute here, I'm trying to get used to watching more of the 5 minute. And I'm watching it, made a nice downside push, and it went below my demand zone here, below the 177. My game plan was if I see some downside push, consolidation, and closing below of the 177 uh, demand zone I have here, then I'll take puts to the downside. So it went down, tried to move back up, rejected pre-market low, and then it dipped below. And then I waited here for this candle right before 10 o'clock. I said to myself that I would enter puts if this candle closes to below the demand zone, which I did. I entered here really right when it closed, pretty much right when 10 o'clock hit, and I entered. So right where I went on the 2 minutes to be more exact, I wait for that candle to close right here, entered, and it started to go upwards. And because Tesla contracts move so crazy, I decided to just cut my losses and get out here. Um, and then excuse me, I'm sorry. And then, I decided to wait, keep watching. I told myself I'd give it one more try. I like this consolidation here, and and I like that as it was closing below the demand zone. And if I look here also on the 15 minute, these candles to me are showing some weakness moving upwards, trying to go up. So these were signs that were giving me confirmation that like, okay, this may move more to the downside. Excuse me. And I made a note here also, the level two was showing some pretty big bids. I was seeing multiple bids with that were showing, 30K plus uh on the bids. So I saw like, okay, there's a lot of action about to be happening, hopefully. And it just didn't work out in my favor. Um, so I mean, I'm not too discouraged about my trade, my execution. I'm actually, I followed the game plan, so I'm very happy about that. I said I was going to do, I said I did exactly what I said I was going to do. So that was a plus side for me. Furthermore, like, I'm using also, excuse me, I'm also using the VWAP here, and if you notice this red line, it's been rejecting the VWAP here and there. So my entries clearly show that it was the price action was below the VWAP. So that was another, piece of confirmation for me that made me comfortable to take the entry. But, I also do question, looking back now, because hindsight's 2020. Like, while yes, it was consolidating, yes, it was below the demand zone, below VWAP, below pre-market low. Um, Perhaps my price action reading is still not um, as strong as it need to be because it's not just like breaking the level, it's also like reading the candles properly, and I don't think I have a good understanding of that just yet. However, like I said before, the 15 minute did look like it was going to go further downwards to me. So going over to my trade journal here. So yeah, first trade I lost about $93. Um, it's crazy that like Tesla contracts move just so quickly. So no, at the end of the day, I didn't respect my stop loss. That was a big no-no for me. Um, but like, looking at the chart here, I mean, I did get out at a fair time before all this rally came about, so it saved me a lot of pain there. However, from a dollar standpoint, from a percentage standpoint, like it was a lot more than I wanted to lose. My max pain, my max loss for the day was about $50, and already my first trade, I almost doubled that. So that was not good. I went against my rule on that. I had a planned R&R of 2.5, 2.7, but really I realized a negative 1.7, so it's not good. And then the next trade, I shouldn't have taken another trade. I should have just walked away at that point. Um, but I took another trade anyway, thinking that, maybe the move will happen later, but it did not. So, for this trade, I planned at 4.6. Really, I lost a negative 1.84 risk reward. So I lost another $60 on this trade. Not good. So I pretty much tripled the amount of my planned max loss for the day, which is not good at all. However, outside of that, everything else, I did follow my game plan. So I am happy about that. Um, it just didn't go my way, and I wasn't disciplined enough to respect my stop loss. Um, but it is what it is. Every day is a new day. Every day is an opportunity to learn. Um, so hopefully tomorrow and the rest of the week, uh, I perform better. I know Wednesday we have, excuse me, a CPI and maybe some FOMC minutes announcements. So that's going to be pretty critical. So yeah, I should. I'm thinking I should probably play extremely safe from like tomorrow and maybe even Wednesday, and just wait till Thursday, Friday to see how the market reacts once those pieces of news come out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me today. Um, Thank you all very much for listening and watching. I apologize again for my voice, for being sick. Hopefully I get better soon. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.